People will get pigs, and I see this often on Facebook if I'm in any like mini pig groups or anything like that. We'll get small pigs and think that they are never going to grow big, and then they often are advertising to get rid of them because they outgrew their house. Welcome back to my channel, and for those of you that are new, welcome and welcome to today's video. So today's video is basically my PSA of why to not get a mini pig if you are not prepared for this and what we're going to be talking about in today's video. I love animals, and a lot of things that I try to do on my channel are be an advocate for animals and animal education, and one of those things that we're going to be talking about is the myth of mini pigs and a big update that we've had on our farm with one of our mini pigs. And why I say, like, you know, mini pigs, and we're gonna just air it out what a mini pig means. So there's no real such tiny little thing as a micro pig. I mean, if you think about it against a big giant like farm pig, of course, like a potbelly pig or a Juliana pig is going to be considered mini in the sense of that, you know, not tiny little pig that stays tiny. So oftentimes there are some pigs that stay smaller, and the mini pigs that we have are actually, you know, decently small. But Penelope, who's a mini pig, half Juliana, she still weighs like 100 pounds just because of their build. And she's like a smaller pig, but even my three other potbelly pigs that we have, like the breakfast trio, muffin, pancake, and waffle, they all three are even a little bit smaller than Penelope, and they are mini pigs. So they're still like large, you know, they could be as big as an average size like dog. So I guess they are considered mini in the sense of against a big farm pig. But a lot of people, and not like a lot of people, but people will get pigs, and I see this often on Facebook if I'm in any like mini pig groups or anything like that. We'll get small pigs and think that they are never going to grow big, and then they often are advertising to get rid of them because they outgrew their house. And it's very common that when people get mini pigs, they keep them in their house. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, you will know that Miss Penelope, our mini pig, has been in our house for years. We have had her since like 2018 now, so time's flying. So it's been like 6 years, so she's 6 years old. And for the first like 4 years of her life, she was a strictly inside pig and hardly liked to be an outside pig at all. She would just go to the bathroom outside. She was trained just like my dogs, and when we would leave the house, she would go in a crate because that was the safest for her, because I have dogs, and you know, pigs and dogs don't get along. But she thrived and loved being an inside pig. And this is where my PSA comes, because after 4 long years of being an inside pig and loving being an inside pig, Penelope decided that she no longer wanted to be an inside pig. And this gradually happened by her wanting to stay out longer, and I was kind of keeping her inside more because that was just me selfishly for a little bit there, not wanting to come to terms with her wanting to be outside all the time. And we also have a lot of other pigs, so I think she started to see them outside and be interested in them through the fence a bit. So then we kind of switched her to only coming inside at night because I was concerned for her, and she was so used to sleeping inside in a nice, you know, temperature controlled house, and that's just what I felt like she was used to. So I never wanted to make her go fully outside. She was just in our backyard, and she would lay in our back patio under the fans, so she would have like a lot of downtime to just relax and be in, like, you know, not complete outside exposure, if that makes sense. And then when she would go to the door, we'd let her in, and she always had access to everything that she needed to. But with this long-winded you know, conversation here, is then all of a sudden she no longer wanted to go inside at all, and she would actually get upset when I would make her come inside at night because I was concerned and wanted her to come in, until the point that she was more happy being outside in just our back pasture. So when that happened, she was no longer really getting a lot of, like, you know, socialization from us, because we don't spend 24/7 outside. We're inside actually mostly during the summer, especially because it's so dang hot out, and with obviously the baby, we stay inside a bit more. And since Penelope didn't want to come inside much anymore, she wasn't getting a lot of socialization, but, you know, through the fence she would be, because she was talking to, you know, the other pigs and the other animals. But pigs are really social animals, so when she no longer wanted to be inside anymore, we made the decision that it's time to move her over to the other pasture with the pigs and let her have some friends, because she no longer wanted to be inside. So we're gonna talk about all of that. It's been many weeks now of Penelope being outside with the other pigs, and I have some of her journey here documented that we're gonna go through. And yeah, but my big PSA about this is do not get a mini pig if you do not have enough area to accommodate for your pig when one day they either get too big for your house and you want to kick them out, or in my case, when they no longer want to be inside a house and they want to be with more pig friends. So luckily for us, we always knew that was an option, that could possibly happen. I didn't even know if Penelope was gonna stay in my house for as long as she did. But I think with adding more pigs over the years, it kind of made her wanna go outside quicker. So that's kind of where we're at. And we're gonna go see how Penelope is thriving and her journey to now her thriving. All right, you guys, well, let's go ahead and get into it. So Miss Penelope has been moved over to her new home, and that is this pasture over here. She's loving it. She was rolling in the mud and really enjoying it like her little piggy self should. Look at her, she's coming over. Hey, Penel, what do you think of it over here, girl? We'll feed her out here for the first time tonight in the stall, just so that she knows she has a place where she can be nice and cozy. Make sure she knows where the water troughs are. Obviously, we have a lot of water out here, and it's gonna just take her a little bit of getting used to know where everything is. Right, Penelope? Penelope's been out in her new space for a good couple days now. Guys, look at, she looks like a dirty pig. Well, she's a dirty pig because she's loving rolling in the mud. Out here, she's at the front of the property, so she's definitely exploring. She has so much more room than she ever had. So she seems happy, tail's wagging. Happy dirty pig. Now, how you doing, little girl? How you doing? Is it dinner time? Look at Miss Penelope with her siblings, chumming it up like a pig. I can't believe this. I really never thought that we would put Penelope with the other pigs, so the reason why she is with them right now is because they got their gate open over there, and she was over here by herself, as you guys saw. We had a hard rain today, but she's over here.
Isn't that Penelope?
Oh wait, that's not Penelope. Oh my god, that's Penelope. Okay, well, story's still true. That makes sense why she wasn't so chumming it up. But she is in the water, and she's not being as friendly. But the reason why they're all out here is because she was over here. They got out of their pen, you know, whatever, long story short, like I was just saying. Anyways, pretty funny. Oh look, Stella! Anyways, she's coexisting with them. I did think it was crazy, like you guys just heard, that Penelope was with them, but that's not the case. Anyways, Penelope's right there. Let's go give her a carrot. Hopefully the others don't see, because I am giving her a little bit of special treatment right now just because she's so new out here. Leave my pig alone!
Well, she's not aggressive for it.
So there she is. She's not a huge fan of him. I mean, she just kind of stays away from him, but all is well. Just coexisting with them. I love it. Now, if you haven't seen my last video of the farm upgrades that we did, you should go watch it. But one of the big upgrades that we did, I'm in my backyard, is we took down the fence to let the dogs have like full roaming area of our farm. So there was a fence here, there's no longer a fence here. And one of the main things of why we were able to do that, now coming full circle, and I kind of mentioned it in that video, was because of Penelope. So it was always because of Penelope, and the day that we decided that we were able to take the fence down is when Penelope fully acclimated to being over in the side pasture with the other pigs. And then we no longer really needed a smaller pasture for Penelope, because we were always afraid that Penelope would like leave and get out and dig under the other fences, and I didn't want that to happen. So yeah, so that's really the main reason why we were able to take down the fence and let everything be more open. And I do love that part of this upgrade. So it's been a nice upgrade to just literally walk to the barn right from outside the back of my house, which we haven't been able to do ever. So yeah, it's a really cool thing. So it's kind of worked out. Penelope got what she wanted, and I got something that I didn't even know that I wanted by having such an open backyard here. So that's been really cool and fun. Obviously Penelope is thriving over there, so it just is all making sense. We're going over to feed the pigs. So half the pigs are out right now and half of them are in their pen, and they've been rutting it up. Penelope doesn't do this. But now, hi baby girl. We're trying to get all the pigs back in their pen and let Penelope just be out here for a little bit, just because they are rooting up the pasture a lot and I don't want them to do that. So this is our method since they've been out, since our big mishap that I just told you guys about. Here we are. We have Muffin, Mr. Pig, and the crazy one who's been acting feral lately. All right, so plan here is to feed the pigs. And let's see if he goes in. Doesn't look too good.
Where's the pink one?
He's going far away, that's the problem. Penelope, are you gonna go in there with them? She never goes in there, in their stall with them. She's not that comfortable with them. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work out. She loves it over here. So funny story, well, not the funniest. Oh no, they're coming out. So the first pig that Penelope met when she was over here, shortly after we put her over here, was this pink pig. And that pig is actually Pancake. I wasn't really ready yet to put the pigs like with Penelope to let her meet them just yet. When we did the whole revamping of their pig pen, and I'll show you guys that in just a minute again. I talked about it in our upgrades. We made the pig pen bigger and we're still deciding on what to do with that. I have not yet made a decision, but when I show you guys it again, I definitely need your help on deciding what to do with that. But anyways, he ended up getting out in my neighbor's yard. Actually, all the pigs ended up getting out in my neighbor's yard. And all the pigs we got back, except for some reason, Pancake would not come back. And he was like being crazy. I don't know why, but he wouldn't come back into our yard. But he would go to the fence every single day, and then he would run off into my neighbor's woods. Hi, Penelope. She's like loving this as I'm telling the story. Hi, Pancake. Hi, you coming over? Hi, Pancake. Sorry, brief pause of my story to talk to Pancake. Literally, the pig left us for 2 weeks and then was coming up right over there, like literally like in my neighbor's yard though, but coming up to the pig's pen area. And I would try every day to try to get him, and then he would run off into the woods. And we did this for 2 weeks. And like I said, then one day he ended up in my back pasture. So I was like, okay, he's in my back pasture. Tried to get him, and then he went over to that neighbor's house through the barbed wire. So I kind of actually just like counted it as a loss at that point, because we were doing everything that we could to get the pig. And then my next thing was I was gonna get like a net gun, like to like trap him. Like it's basically a thing where it just shoots out a net and catches him, because I was like, I don't know what to do. But he's been acting like really feral and crazy. To end the story, randomly one day he came back into this pasture, and I don't know how he got in, because I don't know how he can get out of this pasture. We have like no open holes in this pasture, so to be quite honest, I have no idea how he ended up back in the pasture. So he's like a little Houdini right now. But that's when he ended up with Penelope, and that was why he was the first pig to interact with Penelope, and she was like perfectly fine with him. It was just like whatever. And he will not come back in the pen. We were just trying and it was unsuccessful, and we don't want to like freak him out anymore, but like we have tried to take all the pigs out. That's why there was 4 pigs out when we came over here, because we took all the pigs out at one point and then we let some back in to try to just do a lot of different things to try to get him back into the pen. But he doesn't want to go back in the pen, so I don't know what we're gonna do. I guess he's just gonna be out there for a bit and just hang out with Penelope. But we've been switching some things around in this pen because I'm trying to make it better, and right now it's a little hodgepodge because I haven't fully decided what I want to do. So I'm gonna show you guys the pen really quickly, and then you know, we haven't decided what I want to do, like I said, so maybe you guys can give me some thoughts. You guys gave me a lot of thoughts on my last video of what to do as well. Still not solid on what we're gonna do, but it's really looking like a big old pig pen out here, and they are using it, which is good. They let some grass grow, which is good. But anyways, they've all been out with Penelope. They're cool with her. So this is the main pen that they've always had, and then we opened up this area right here so that they could go in and out from this way. So this is the original back pen that they've always had, and they've let a lot of grass grow back here because we opened up the pen, so they don't need to or want to eat any of this. But I'm glad that there's actually stuff growing for them, because for a while nothing was growing, but it is quite a big bit of a mess back here. But anyways, we have this cattle panel right here because the idea was, as I showed you, that little opening that we did over there was because I was going to let them go over here. I was going to re-put up the boards right here. So basically half of the pigs would have that area to come under here, and then all the back there like normal where we used to have everybody, and then this would separate them. So then the pigs that would go over into this side yard would have this half of the stall. So that half would be for half the pigs, and then this half of the stall would be for the other pigs, and then this would be like their run out area. And they've been loving it over here. That's why it's literally such a muddy mess. They've been just using this. This was fresh grass, and they went and they ate all this fresh grass down first, and now we've had a ton of rain. So it's like the ultimate dream for a pig. And it's really big, bigger than this one back here, but we were planning on splitting the pigs in half, like I said, to put half of them over here and half of them over there. So that's why we have this, because we were planning to close it down. But what I really need your guys' help with is, should I leave all the pigs together and then just take this down? We would obviously take that down, so then the whole entire thing would be open to them with all of this, and just think that there would be no fence there. So that's another option. I'm not sure what I want to do, but basically if I did this, there would be like 3 pigs over here with half the stall, and then the other half of the stall with 3 pigs over here, and then Penelope. And then I was gonna let Stewie out with Penelope into the big area out here. And they obviously will all co-mingle at times because we still let them do that now as well. But I was just trying to find a little bit of a solution to like alleviate some of like the spacing issue with them, because sometimes they do like fight each other, but like nothing to where they're like splitting themselves open or anything like that. But still, I thought maybe that, you know, splitting them would work. But even when we've opened this up more, we've given them much more room to, you know, get away from each other even more so. So we haven't done anything because it's kind of been okay. So I don't know, let me know your thoughts. What do you think we should do? Should we split the pen? Should we split the pigs? Leave Penelope and Stewie out in the bigger one? Let me know your thoughts. But Stewie is getting pretty old now, so we've been wanting him to, you know, be able to just go out and be out there, and he's easy to get along with. So I don't know, that's kind of what our thoughts are, what we're thinking. Let me know though in the comments down below. I will say though, Penelope is much different than all the other pigs. She's so much more prim and proper and likes things like a very certain way. So she's, you know, she's just Penelope. She really is, and that's the bottom line. She doesn't want to eat with the rest of the pigs. There's certain things she will and will not do with the pigs, and she doesn't want to eat with them. So Penelope is eating her food. She's thriving, guys. See that tail? That tail is always wagging. I'm actually very, very happy for her. I was so skeptical of bringing her out here. I mean, you could ask Mike, and he would tell you the same. I was very, very scared to put her out here and how she would react with the pigs, but she has been loving it. We gave her some horse feed. Fun fact, if you have pigs, horse feed is like the best feed for pigs, just so you know. So yeah, and it's more expensive, so it's probably not the route to go, but still. But she's loving it out here. She rolls in the mud. She's blowing her coat, so she's doesn't have much of her coat right now, but she loves it, and she gets to graze all day long, which she was doing before, but she does get to graze and do everything pretty much the same. She goes in that stall all the time with the goats, hangs out there, gets shade. She actually, I'll show you her favorite spot ever, but in the meantime, while we walk there, Pancake, don't be so scared. Like I said, he's completely feralized himself, if that's even a word. He's just so feral now. I don't know what his deal is. He's just ran. So hopefully he comes back over, and I mean, he's in the pasture, but hopefully he comes to his senses and comes over here. So this is Penelope's favorite spot right here. So any time of day, pretty much, Penelope will be right next to the water trough, laying right here. It's the little cement pad, so I'm sure it's a little cooler, and some of the times the water trough flows over, so it's a little bit wet, or she'll knock her body into it to make some water come out. But she loves being right there. Originally, and when I started this video months and months ago, we had gotten this little house for her. It's gotten a little bit battered from the storms that we've had, but we got this little house for her. She didn't like it. We're getting rid of this idea, but we did get this little house for her to see if she wanted it, but she didn't. So anyways, that's why that's there, and that's why you guys have never seen it. But originally the plan was to make her a little house, and she didn't like it. Hi, Penelope. She's a happy girl. She's eating her food, saying her goodbyes to everyone now on the vlog. All right, you guys, well, that's pretty much it. I've said my piece with making sure that you have the allocated space if you do end up getting a mini pig, and can provide for them if they decide that they no longer want to be an inside pig. Mini pigs are great and super smart. All pigs are, actually. I love pigs. They're super social animals and they're really fun and, you know, kind of an easy animal to have, but you have to make sure that you have adequate space for them. And yeah, so I'm very happy with our decision to move Penelope over. I was scared and daunted that she wouldn't survive. I literally did not think Penelope would survive out here. I didn't think that she could survive with other pigs. I don't know why I babied her, but now I almost wish that we made the move sooner because she's thriving over here. She loves it. So I would do it again 10 times over if I had, you know, the option to. And I'm really happy for her. I feel like I was almost constricting her for a little bit in the last couple months before we decided to move her over with how much she wanted to stay outside. So I'm really happy for her and that we did that. So yeah, Penelope is officially out of the backyard, completely out of the house. I never would have thought that, but she is. She's over there with the other pigs, thriving like a pig should. If you guys liked today's video, if you guys are happy for Penelope, make sure you go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below so you miss any videos like this. And of course, make sure you turn your post notifications on. All right, you guys, well, we love you and we'll see you in the next one.